Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. I guess it's 3 o'clock. This time change thing already messing with me. Been a busy week. Sorry, today's Sunday. I usually try to do the Friday thing. Missed it this week. Just had some personal IRL stuff. Had like dentist, had dog getting groomed. My son was doing a sleepover, so I had to get ready with the house and stuff. So just like a little busy on Friday, so I didn't get a chance to get on. Um, Hope everybody had a good week. So, kind of continue working on our React stuff. We're doing the React Native app, trying to build some more views. Let's look. I did merge something over the week. Let's double check. I believe I did. Yeah. So, I have pretty basic authentication registration views merged in. So user can register, they'll get an email for verifying their email address. It's not required anymore. I changed it so that it's not a required thing. So if we actually go here under Django All Auth, I changed this from mandatory to optional. So that way you can still log in even if you haven't verified your email, which is fine. I also changed this account change email. There's a setting in Django All Auth that it will. What is going on? Oh, there we go. I'm just double checking. I'm looking at the. Oh, this isn't live. That's why. Oops. So I did change this setting, account change email. So Django All Auth allows users to either have multiple emails or a single email. So by doing this account change email to true, it locks them in on one email instead of being able to have multiple emails associated with their account. Because I didn't want to have to do all that management. So this allows them, it gives them, there's a workflow now that they can update their email associated with their account. And there's like some endpoints that we can use for that, which is fine. What else did I work on this week? I did get the authentication views set up and working. So like I now have little tabs at the bottom. I have like, this is kind of the welcome screen, kind of where we are right now. Oh, that's broken. Wait, why is that broken? I have to check. But what I'm trying to work on right now, and the goal that I'm trying to get, is this button actually to work. So two things that I want to have happen. Let's go here actually. So here's kind of our little Figma board with our renders. So the idea is this is like the home page when they log in. We'll have this little panel at the top. It'll show any scheduled workouts that they have. So the idea is when I put together a workout plan, I'm going to say Monday I'm doing chest, Tuesday I'm doing back, Wednesday I'm doing triceps and biceps, whatever it is. They can have a workout plan that they're following. And so this little panel will show them what their next scheduled workout is in their plan. And so that way they can click start workout and they have this little panel shows up. It'll say, oh, I want to do my scheduled workout. Incisive, I'm just getting on, just getting started, just kind of going over what's going on. Yeah, a little late today, usually on Fridays, but the time change and then just the week just been busy. Oh, are you Burke? So the idea is this little panel will tell them what their next scheduled workout is. They can click this. they'll be given this little option to either do the scheduled workout, select from one of their templates that they have, or just start a blank workout. Cancel will just take them back to the home screen. So what I'm trying to work on right now, the scheduled workout, we don't have that implemented yet. We don't have the back end infrastructure in terms of like the models set up for putting putting together a plan, a workout plan. And if we actually go back even further to some of our documentation, is it in here? It's in here. We go back to this, go to our wiki. Yeah. So if we actually go here, we'll see that, where is it? Diagrams. Oh, I don't have it in here anymore. I removed it. Shoot. Okay, so we'll need to figure out how we want to do that. But the idea is that eventually you'll be able to create templates of workouts and then put them into a schedule of what days you plan on doing those workouts. And so we don't have that model put together, and we don't have the GraphQL schemas for it yet, but I can basically I can do a template workout and I can do a blank workout. Actually, let me I have been working on like this blank workout and being able to kind of do this panel, this rightmost panel, where you have a search field, equipment, and then 2 drop downs and then a list. So let me get this fixed because it looks like I broke something. It helps if I have, oh. So I'm making some changes to a couple of the things. So for the workout model, I added some filtering. So I can filter on a workout with the name and the template. Remember, template is a Boolean. So this will help me get all of the template workouts. And I want to get all the exercises that are associated with them. So I actually need to double check. I need to double check how I can use the get, I think it's get, what is it? Oh no. I can tell it like what to query for, and I don't remember how. Oh, resolve. Is this it? No. I think I need to use the graphene Django one. And I need to, yeah, see, I need to do this. Resolve questions. Okay. So we have a Django object type, we have exercises, and then I need to do resolve exercises. Okay. Is that a class method? It's not. And what do I get as parameters? Root info ktab args. Copy paste. And so what is it? Resolved by question ID. Questions, graphene list, question type. Okay. But what do, I'm trying to remember. There's a way to, there is a way to figure out related models. Say you have the following model. This is kind of what we're looking for. But not necessarily. Okay. Trying to find out what the resolve methods, what the parameters are that get passed to it. Because I don't. Additionally, resolvers receive any arguments declared in the field definition. Oh, I see. So they get this stuff. But how? So the parameters root info and KW args come from the graphene Django library. They specify them. And I'm trying to figure out what they are. Okay, info. This is what's part, it's the HTTP request, so it's the info context. But I can't remember. Do I get, I should get the there should be a way for me to get the associated, um, the ID of the workout. I should have access to like whatever workout I'm currently gonna return. I don't remember how to do that though. Because I get the info context, so you get whether the user is authenticated and like who it is, but I need to figure out. I need to figure out. See, because they have this question ID here, which is part of this guy. Oh, but see, wait. Am I doing this in the right spot? I'm pretty sure I need to do it here, though. Yeah. I know I did this before. Let me actually look. This guy has... I did this before, so I feel like I should... No, this is the wrong repository. Whoops. Go here. We want this one. This one might have what I'm looking for. Not that. Schema. Yeah, because this one Yeah, see. Okay. Self info. Oh, self gives me the ID. Okay. Wait, what? Why did I call it self? Maybe it's... Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. So if I get the ID... So this is my project that I've looked at a few times. Yeah, see. Okay, cool. So we can self info. We don't care about the other things. So you are right. Root does have it. And that's the ID of the record we're like going to be returning. Yeah, exactly. Root in this case, like from their documentation, is kind of like self. So I need to come over here. Where are we? We need to be here and we need to be here. So we need to use the exercise domain to get all of the... Now that's interesting. I guess this is something I'm not one. I should be able. So if we actually think back even further, so if we go to workout, so workout has a related name to user, fine, but exercises, we actually see there's a related name here. So we should I think we should be able to do return self.exercises, because that should use this related name to get the exercises, I think. Now the problem I'm going to have is I don't currently have any information in the database. I don't think. Where am I? Let's refresh this guy. Oh, shoot. Thank think that's the password. Cool. All right, let's see if we have any workouts. We do not have a workout, so let's create a workout. And well, the GraphQL thing, it's happening under the hood. It's just like using the Django models at the end, right? So it doesn't really matter how it got there or how it's getting populated. It's using whatever the object is. Yeah, it's using the Django model underneath because that's all it is it's using this Django object type, which in turn references the Django object, the Django underlying object model stuff. So we created, oh wait, this is a required field? I have, what? Oh. Did not realize that was required. Oh, maybe I was thinking that should have been the, that wasn't smart. Let's come here. Let's do this. Make our migration to fix that. Okay. Run the server again. We should be able to click save. Okay, so we have a workout. Let's add an exercise. We'll do crunches and we'll add it to that workout. Dang, what? I messed up so bad on some of this. I forgot about blank. Oops. Notes. Do you write, like, are you asking if I usually write my migrations myself or just let the Django handle it for me? Okay, start that. I forgot to, that's crazy. Okay, so we did crunch, intensity of 0. Did I mess up on something? Oh, so the question was, do you write your migrations yourself? I do not. I just let Django tell me whatever the migration should be. And what I sometimes will do is, like, now I have 12 of these. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll delete them all and I'll recreate them. And so that way it like squashes the migration. So that way I don't have like a bajillion of them. One of my jobs, we worked, we did Ruby on Rails and we used their ORM. Okay. Yeah, when I did Ruby on Rails, we used they use Active Record, which is like the Ruby on Rails version of ORM that we get from Django. And what they did was we could write our migrations ourselves. You could also just let it generate them for you. But it was pretty common practice that we would include our migration. Whatever the code was to update the database, it would get pushed out to production. It would get distributed to everywhere. But then like the next, I don't know, it only lived in our repository for a very brief time because we were working on a company of like a couple thousand developers. So if you just let all of those kind of sit in the database in the repository, it would just get like overwhelming to keep track of what was what. So we would constantly get them. They would constantly get cleaned up. They would only live in the repository for like maybe a day, if that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The company was huge. Big company. Now, one thing I did not think about. So I worked at Shopify for a little bit, 13 months, 14 months as a senior developer. So one thing I did not include here is an ordering. Did I have it on the set? I do have sequence number here. So let's actually, I'm going to copy this over to exercise. Do I care about that? I don't think I care about it right. I don't think it's important right now. Oh no, so Shopify, the way they work is it's a platform. It's a e-commerce website is what they do. So we had kind of like a developer team for each of the various aspects of the program or of the platform. The way it worked was like we had a storefront team, we had a payments team, we had I worked on the back end for um, like developer experience. So Shopify as a site also allows people when they own a store to install apps and extensions to add custom functionality based on what they want their store to look like. And so there's other developers that make apps for Shopify as like you would for the App Store, the Apple App Store, or like um, Facebook apps and stuff like that. And so these people would build apps, and so I worked with that. So there was like a team for doing the apps, interacting with that. So there were like tons of different teams, and it all just depended on like what functionality you were working on. Um, do I care about the ordering of the exercise? I don't think it's important right now. I'm gonna let it be. But sets do have sequences. So where are we? Let me close some stuff. I got so many things open. Save that for now. Okay, so we have our exercise. Oh, I was creating. Okay, so I created an exercise. Let's create a couple sets. It's going to be tied to that. We're going to do sequence. We're going to do 20 setups. Oh no, let me do this as a template. So we're going to do this as minimum reps is 15 to 20. It's a standard set. 8. Did we mess up? Did we set? Oh, this needs to be a template there. Okay, so now we have a workout that's a template. It has an exercise and it has a set. I could make this better using the admin panel. What I could do is like on here on this form, there's a way at the bottom you can do like inline add-ons or whatnot. And I could set it up to have like create all the exercises for me. And then underneath exercise, I can have it give me like the thing for sets. But this is just kind of a workaround for right now since I don't feel like figuring it out quite yet. So we're going to do crunches and barbell rollouts. Perfect. Let's do one more set of 15 to 20. That. And we'll add 2 sets of the barbell rollout. We'll do 10 to 15 on these. That's fine. Add another one. 15 to 20. Perfect. So we should be able to come over here. Not over here. Let's see. So we have our workout schema. We are using this to filter for ID, name, and template if it's true or false. This is one of the things that we are working on before. What does this look like? This is our exercise search panel. This is our movement node. So that's all front end stuff. All right, let's close a bunch of things. Okay. So we have our workout node. We're in the back end. Let's minimize that. We will go to here. Yep. Okay. Split right. Cool. So what I'm doing here is this is a workout template, little guy. Actually, let's make sure this actually works. So this should work now. No. It doesn't work. Network request failed. Let's restart our stuff. So we are this guy and we're test password 1. Oops. I don't know how I can get that to... Oh, I didn't type in the full email because I'm silly. There. Okay. So we're logged in. Okay, cool. So this is the panel that I was kind of talking about I've been working on. So I have a little scrolling bar here. There's some more stuff that needs to happen on that, but that's kind of where we are with that. But I can filter these. So this will give me all body weight exercises, and maybe I want to just do chest. So this will give me a list based off of what I have in the background or in the back end. And so I can unclick these and it'll filter it back. So if maybe I want to do muscle, machine, shoulders. Here's a list of them. And so what I can do is I can even click these again and I can type in incline. And so what I've done, actually let's do incline and we'll do chest. And this will give us all the incline chest exercises. And so what I've done here is I've done what they call a debouncing. And so the idea is once I have at least 3 characters provided in this search field at the top, I'll wait half of a second before I actually query the database. And the reason I'm doing that is to stop or to reduce the number of times I'm hitting the back end while the user is still using the page. So if you actually watch, if I delete this, wait half a second. Oh no, there. So you see how it filled it back in after half a second because I didn't have anything? I want to give the user enough time so as they're typing or putting something in, I'm not trying to refresh this bottom portion as they're going. So the pattern is called debouncing. So let's actually look. I can pull it up real quick. Just kind of show what I'm doing. So here's my query, my GraphQL query. These are all the filter parameters that it takes in. I'm currently not using this after. So in GraphQL, the idea with the, you have this notion of a cursor. The cursor kind of tells you where you are in the data set. And so what you can do is you can yeah, so flat list is what I'm using right now to display at the bottom. This is a flat list. It gives me that like format. There is a way to set it up to continue querying, but I haven't built that in yet. But in GraphQL, you have this concept of a cursor, which tells you a unique identifier for each item in your data set. And what you can do is provide this after parameter, and it will search for anything that happens after that cursor. So the idea would be the last item in my data set. I take the cursor of that and tell it anything after this cursor, give me the next 20, 30, however many items that I want. Oh, so the flat list will, yeah, so the Apollo client that I'm using for the GraphQL will also cache queries. So let's actually look at that real quick. Where do I have it set up? in, where did oh, I'm silly. It's in app layout, not that layout, this layout. So we see here, I'm using an Apollo client, and I actually use a cache, in-memory cache here as well. So the way the Apollo client works with GraphQL is any query that looks the same. So if I give me movements of, like, give me the movements that are bench incline. Anytime I do that query, it will return after the first time it'll hit the database, and then it'll cache everything, and then it'll return the cache data afterwards. There is a way to bypass that in case of a scenario where, like, I know the data has been updated. I can tell it to hit the database as, like, the backend API again without giving me the cache results. So there is a hook to bypass the caching if you need. But in here, I basically defined the options for the equipment and the muscle groups. Those line up with the options that are the choice fields on the backend model. The reason why I chose to just define it myself instead of getting it from the database is because I felt like this list isn't going to change very often. I don't know when they're going to, like, invent a new type of equipment for exercising, or maybe one day we'll suddenly grow a new muscle group. Who knows? But the likelihood of these changing isn't very high, so it felt pretty I felt comfortable being able to find them here instead of querying the back end for that. Defined a debounce delay. So I I defined this as a constant just so that way I could keep track of it. So if I ever want to change it, I know where it is, and it also tells me what this measure is in. It's in milliseconds. So what I have is obviously the color scheme. So Django, GraphQL, the Apollo client that I'm using here, it gives you this lazy query hook. So you can either have it so that as soon as a component is loaded, it will automatically query, it'll automatically hit the back end, it'll use the client that's been configured, or the provider that's configured, and it will query your service for whatever query you give it. Or you can do this, use lazy query. And so the idea with the lazy query is, if I'm taking input from the user, I want to adjust my query based on their inputs. And so that's what this is. So what I'm doing here is I'm still getting the same thing that I would on the regular query. I'm getting if it's waiting for a response. I'm also giving it getting an error or data, and then I have a hook to be able to actually create the new query, execute the query. So, do you have a loading component? Won't they see an empty page or component when querying? So what I'm doing here is, so you'll notice I don't actually return if I'm loading or if there's an error. What I'm doing is I'm letting the flat list keep track of if I'm refreshing or not. So whenever I'm loading, the flat list has this, like, refreshing parameter. Set this true while waiting for new data from a refresh. It's not really a refresh, but it is a query, so I am using that. But outside of that, like, I'm returning the same thing every single time. And you'll see here, like, if I click this, nothing is as long as there's, like, data to return. You'll see it never goes blank. So it'll always be available. It'll always be here, even while it's, like, doing its thing in the background. So that's the idea. Right. So sometimes you'll see on different components that people, when they're querying the database, they'll kind of give a little loading screen or one of those like semicircles that spins to indicate that it's something's happening. Um, that works if you're doing a big thing. But honestly, you want to try to make the app feel as responsive as possible, and you don't want to give the user some kind of um, placeholder where there's nothing for them to see, even if it's for like half a second or whatever. You want to give them the ability to like still click on stuff, see things. What the heck? Oh, yeah, there's like not a lot on here for hamstrings for whatever reason. Yeah, user experience is not my strong suit. I learned quite a bit, um, like working on some of this other stuff. It's a huge learning experience. All right. So we have this exercise search page, which is this guy. Um, we want to build a query to get our workouts or our templates. So let's look here. So we have ID, name ID. Oh, we also need to add exercises there. We'll pull the notes and we'll pull exercises. Now this is interesting because exercises should take us to the exercise node. So we will need to grab, you should see something interesting here. So exercises is also missing sets. So we need to do sets equal list of set node. Oops. And we want to follow the pattern we have here. So let's move this over. We want to do def resolve sets. And we'll just do k.args again just to be consistent. And we should be able to return self dot. If we go to our models, we should be able to go to here and we see the related name of sets. So hopefully this will work. Okay, so now we have our exercise will include sets. So let's come to here. Oops, where am I? Wrong place. So we have workout. Do we need this? What is this? No. So we have exercises. Let's grab the ID. Oh, wait. We need exercises, ID, notes. Movement. We don't need the workout. We do need the movement though. So let's go here. We need, this is one thing that that GraphQL can get crazy with is some of these nested objects can get kind of crazy. Description, primary, muscle group. Oh, that's not how it's gonna, wait, no, it's gonna be equipment type, movement type. So this is one thing that it can be a little annoying with GraphQL is when I have these related objects, I have to keep drilling down in terms of the tree. But I think the part that I really like is like here, exercise. It's associated workout. I'm already grabbing the workout, so I don't need to query this again. Like it's not necessary, which I think is awesome. And then because it allows me to pick and choose the fields that I care about. Oops, That's not going to be the max reps. And we'll do parent set and then ID. Okay. That query seems kind of crazy. So let's actually grab this. And what we can do is test it out to see if it works. We'll just do that. Cannot query field exercises on. Okay, let's double check our format. So we have a workout node. What did we mess up? So our workout now has exercises, right? Or did I do something wrong? Workout node. Maybe I need to restart. Oh, I think I know why. I need a refresh. Query, workout, edges, node. Huh. Why is it not giving me... Did I find this wrong? Let's look at the documentation. Custom fields. You can completely override a field or add new fields to a Django object type using a resolver. Oh, see, they're using self-info here. Oh. My nesting is wrong. This needs to be one level higher. That's why. It doesn't need to be on the meta class. It needs to be on the top level object. That was the issue. So if I refresh, this should be fixed. See, now it's not red squiggly lines anymore. And see, now we have exercises. Cool. Absolutely failed. Oh. Do we know why it failed? I know why it failed. It's because of this. So I have two users right now. I have one that's my admin user, and then I have one that's like my app user. So if I query now, okay. Expected interval, but did not find one for field workout node dot exercises. So what did this complain about? Did it do anything? No. Okay, so let's come over here. We are here. Let's do... We'll do a print self. See what it comes back as. Because we're... Wait. Let's just double check if I have this in the right spot. Resolve extra field. Resolve. I wonder if it's because that. It's not part of the meta class. Resolve. The names are matching. Let's do this. See if we see something in the logs. See something in this printout. Oops, not that. This. And I'm under the... Okay, so we see... Oh, I'm so silly. Here it is. There it is. Okay. So I should be able to be like... dot... Here, we'll do that. So we're going to print the dictionary associated with us. So there we go. So we see has an ID, date created, last modified, the user it's associated with, start time, stop time. Ooh, interesting. So for some reason, we didn't get the reverse lookup for this object. Not the reverse lookup, the related names attribute. So I'm not sure why that happened, but that shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to come in here and we should be able to, how do we want to do this? Def get by workout ID. And we're going to turn a list of exercise. Dot is valid ID, pass, return none, and we'll return exercise dot objects dot select related set. It is the Django model, but I don't know. I don't have control over, here, we can actually check something. So we'll save this real quick. Let's look here. So we should be able to actually do type self. And we'll still actually print self dot dict. There. So actually, let's do this again. We'll just double check. So we run that, and we can see here it is an awaken fit model workout model. So it is using the Django under the hood model, but for whatever reason, it's not giving me access unless I messed up something. That could very well be the case. Oh, wait, I'm silly. I'm thinking too far ahead. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is, but it's okay. Return. Let's not do this. This is fine for right now. Filter. Workout. There. So we should be able to get by the workout ID. And so we should be able to come over here. We have our workout domain. Perfect. And we should be able to do return workout or exercise. It helps if I can spell exercise and domain dot get by workout ID self dot ID. There. So that should fix our problem, I think. Boom. What did we get? So now the sets are the issue, which is understandable. It's something that's still the same thing, but we see it got the crunches and it got the description and everything, and it got barbell rollout. Cool. So, but I'm still, yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't give me access to it. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Where are we here? This is our schema. We don't need that. We need set domain. Do we have get by exercise ID? Perfect. So we should be able to do from awake and fit domains import set as set domain. And we should be able to do set domain dot get by exercise ID self dot ID. Even in your admin, the exercises on workout relation is string where you did self.dictionary. I feel you shouldn't need that. I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. Here, we can look again. Let's look. Where am I? Too many things open. Let's look. Execute that again. Perfect. So now the sets are working. Let's look here. The the JSON with the date thing, that was the string representation. So if I actually, if I go over here and I go to the workout, because I was doing print self. So if I actually go to the model and I go to the workout model, I just have it printing the string repr. So I have it like print the username and if the workout has a name and the start time. So that might have been what you saw. Yeah, but I'm not sure about why it's not giving me the related name. Because if I were using it in other places, I would. I don't know what it is with these people that like these bots that come into Twitch chat and like post the weirdest stuff. Delete, block. Don't need that. Okay. So sick. So now we have the ability to get our workout template. So we get our exercises and we can get the sets and we can get the details about both. Perfect. So now if we, let's get rid of, don't need that guy. What is this? Don't need that right now. We do need, I will need to go back and add some unit test coverage, but that's okay for right now. Perfect. So we're in this guy. So now what we should be able to do is do this query. I believe. Let's grab, I'm going to copy paste pretty much all of these at the top because I want all of them. But my imports are messed up. I don't need the horizontal line right now. You want both of these. but we're going to do get workout templates. We imported the use effect guy. Perfect. We will do, we're going to use this one. We're going to do basically this. We're going to do execute. We'll limit it to 20. That's kind of the default that I'm providing as like the maximum I want to query for at any time. And then for this guy, we'll do that. I guess we do need the horizontal line. Import horizontal line. We don't need the drop down select though. And we will copy paste this guy as well, just for simplicity's sake. And then if I want, oh shoot. Movement properties is this guy, shoot. We will call this, what is this, workout properties, workout props. It's going to have a cursor. Oh, geez. And in the node, the node will have an ID, a name, notes, and then we'll have exercises, which is going to be, oh, geez. Name, string, description, string, primary muscle group is a string, equipment is a string. Man, let's fix this formatting so I can actually read what I'm doing. Description, primary muscle group, equipment. We're going to have movement type, which is also a string. And then we're going to have, after exercise, we'll have fix that. Sets, which are ID of a string. Oh, shoot, I already messed up. Whoops. So we have node, which has ID, name, notes. Exercises has, oh, these trailing white spaces. String, notes, string. And then this is movement, is this guy. These are all associated with the movement. And then under, this needs to be part, oops. Nope, not there, here. It'll have an ID sequence number, which is a number. Min reps, which is a number. Max reps, which is also a number. Duration, oh, what is duration? I think it's a string. Exercise, sets, duration is a string. Set type is a string. Parent set is also a string. Perfect. Not annoying at all having to do that, but trying to be a little bit better with this stuff. Okay, so we have a row entry. It's gonna use the cursor. Okay. Data dot workouts dot edges. Perfect. So if we have data, let's see what happens. Go here. Did it make a query? We did, but it was a bad request. So, oh. Oh shoot, how is that gonna work? Oh man. Bad request. So one thing I can do is I can actually go in and set up a middleware and look at the query that's coming in to see how it looks. And modify or like verify I didn't screw something up. Let's see, did I do anything wonky? After is a string. Let's double check that I did. Everything is caps. And we copy and pasted this. First thing we forgot to do. Gotta change this back. See, now I'll get nothing here because my admin user has nothing. But we might, I don't know, that shouldn't fix the issue here. Whoops. Yeah, so something's wrong with our formatting of our request. That is the one thing that I have an issue with, is like being able to see what the query is before it actually gets sent out. I wish there was an easier way to look at that. Bad request. Is there something wrong? So the easiest way to double check this is literally just come in here, copy, paste this here. Oops. And it yells at me. Ah. It's because of that guy. Cool. So I messed up because of this. So there. Now that should fix it. Maybe. Nope. It did fix it. Okay. So now our issue is in this row entry. So we have a node. What is our node? But why is it not? Oh. Our workout. Wait, did we give our workout a name? We did not. Test workout. Test workout name. Very descriptive. So we go here, click that again. Nothing. Let's come here. Let's do if data console.log data. So that way we can at least see if something's happening. that's not doing anything. So we see that we hit GraphQL, but we're not seeing anything in the log. Test workout index page. Test workout template page. There. I solved all the problems. So I'm hitting the back end, but I don't know why. I don't know why we're not getting anything showing up. And nothing is even coming back in the log. So a couple of things are happening. Let's just recap where we are. So in the tabs layout, we are setting a session token from what we store or what we grabbed from the secure storage. So secure storage we're using for our auth context provider. We're storing a token in it, and we're loading that token into this X session token. The backend, the Django backend, let's open that real quick. If we go to, we're in backend, we can fit, oh, we go to this guy. If we go here, we see I have the private GraphQL view that I've wrapped this guy with. So I'm passing the schema. I am passing that I want it to give me the graphical interface, and I'm making it CSRF exempt, which is fine for right now. So it's using this view. We're using the X session token authentication to validate, and we're also using the built-in Django session authentication to validate. The reason why I'm doing this is necessary for from the web browser when I log in as admin. So when I log in as admin, I'm still able to see this page. Without it, it would break. So that's why that's working. And then this is for our React Native side of things. And we're telling it the user must be authenticated to view this URL. Okay. So this is setting it as we expect. Let's do this. If error console.log error. I don't think it's causing an error though. Apollo field ID expected a number but got simple lazy object. Ah, interesting. So here, the anonymous user. So there's an issue with my stuff. So let's look here. Today is the 9th. My session should be still active. It's only like a few minutes ago. Right? Let's delete these sessions. Come back here. Log out. Sign in. Okay. Let's double check that we have a session now. We do. Start a workout template. Anonymous user. Huh. Simple lazy object. Interesting. So, what the heck? Why is it giving me an anonymous user? Let's go here. Nope. Can't click the right thing. Let's go here. Let's do this. Print info. Info, not into. And we notice it didn't get here. So is this broken? No, this works. So why does this work when it's using the same GraphQL endpoint, but this isn't working? Huh. I have no forearm exercise in that thing. Or what? Not one hamstring exercise in that database. That data set I got. That's crazy. So that's working. But this one is not. And I'm using the same endpoint. Just squad. I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean? Why would it let me in on one view or like one object query endpoint, like one node, but not the other? Let's do. Oh, they can do squat for hamstring. Kinda. Oh. I wonder if it's something to do with that. Ah. So there's the issue. I'm not getting an authenticated session. I'm getting anonymous user. So why am I not? Oh man. Why would it let me in as an anonymous user even though I've required? If I've required the view I thought this was working better, but it's not working as I thought. Do I need this? Oh, let's look here. Let's look at the GraphQL documentation on some of this. So I need to figure out how to apply. Wait, where am I? I'm in Graphene. I need to be in Graphene Django. Okay, so I'm in the right spot. I need to figure out how to apply the X session token authentication to the view. I thought I was doing it correctly this way, but apparently it's giving me the anonymous user. So let's see. I got this from the all auth stuff. Their documentation talked about how I could use I got it from their example app. So let's look here again. Example projects. We want this one. Oh, interesting. This takes me back to GitHub now. It used to take me to I forget the heck they called it. So if we go here, backend URLs, they're using this Django REST format, or the heck is it? DRF. Oh my gosh, Django REST framework. My gosh, my brain completely farted on that one. So if we're going into here, URLs, it's going to give me these URLs. See, because here they're using this. This is how I got this. So I was using this as an example. So the authentication class is tied to the session authentication out of I wonder if so GraphQL is always a post. So if I do a post self request, oops. See what happens. I might have to take this offline and see what I can figure out. So we're getting anonymous user. Close some of this front end stuff because it's not helpful right now. So our get query set right here, this is currently always returning an anonymous user right now. I'm just trying. So the question was, which do you prefer? Your on your project, Joser, DJ, rest auth, all auth. I was reading about the Django all auth project, and I liked their documentation, and I thought they had a really cool support for a bunch of stuff. I like the social aspects of being able to log in with Google and all those. So I'm trying that out. So we'll see if I run into more issues, but I just need to figure out. I need to figure out what the issue is here. Info dot. Oops. See what I can get for details on why this is being weird. Oh, I think I broke it. So let's delete that. Let's restart this. There are a lot of libraries for a lot of these things. Yeah, these type of things, there's always so many opinions. What is going on? Everybody just like their 2 cents on everything, so it's hard to figure out what's what. Sometimes you just kind of have to pick something and see how it goes. Oh my gosh. This gives me a bunch. Hopefully there's nothing in here that's... Oh, there is. I'm going to move this down here. See if there's anything interesting in this. Oh my gosh, this thing's huge. There's a lot of stuff in here. I think this is probably a good stopping point, since it is already 5:30 for me, and I need to kind of debug this a little bit more, and just kind of need to read through what's the deal. Cool. So currently not working. I need to figure out why my queries are not taking the session token and translating it into a user's actual details. So that's a back end issue. I'm going to spend some cycles trying to figure out what the deal is and see where we can go. Should be fine for Friday. I don't have anything scheduled for Friday this week in terms of like appointments and things. So I should be back on Friday and doing a regular scheduled thing around 11 or so Eastern time. Hope everyone has a good week, and I will see you on Friday. Thanks.